Hi everyone. Last video we have seen that growth is not a defining property of living organisms. Today we will see reproduction. It is a feature of living organisms. So what is reproduction? The ability of organism to produce progeny more or less similar to itself is called reproduction. So producing their own kind is called as reproduction. Okay. So the reproduction may be two types, asexual or sexual. Okay. Asexual, formation of no gametes, no fertilization, no zygote. Okay, only clones. Example, amoeba. So here formation of gametes will not take place. So generally no fertilization and no zygote formation. So all unicellular organisms show this asexual type of reproduction. And sexual, here we need male and female organisms to produce male and female gametes. So here fertilization takes place. So it results in zygote. Okay, so an exact copy of parents. Here we can say sexual reproduction. The daughter organisms are exact copy of parent organism. But here you can say variations because we are getting male and female chromosomes. So we can get variations in sexual reproduction. So hence reproduction is not a defining property of living organisms, as organisms like moles, worker bees, infertile human couple do not reproduce. So here what is happening, reproduction is not defining property. Why? Because some organisms like mules, so they are infertile, they can't reproduce. Worker bees, they are also infertile, they can't reproduce. So infertile human couple also do not reproduce. So here reproduction also, it is a non-defining property of living organisms. Okay. So I told you already, exceptions should not be. So here exceptions are there. Mules are exceptions, worker bees are exceptions. So exceptions should not be in any feature. Next, coming to metabolism. So what is metabolism? Sum total of all chemical reactions occurring in our body are called as metabolism, or conversions or chemical reactions taking place in the body of organism are collectively known as metabolism. Here again we can see two types, two methods. Anabolism, building up of reactions, building up something like photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, plants, what they will do, they produce glucose, okay, using light, chlorophyll, everything. Okay, now coming to catabolism, breaking something. Breakdown reactions we can see in catabolism. Example, respiration. Here glucose will be broken into energy and water vapor. Okay, so this is catabolism. Metabolism is a defining character. How it is defining character? Because metabolism reactions we can't see in non-living organisms. Okay, we can see only in living organisms. We won't be able to see in non-living organisms. Here metabolic reactions can be demonstrated outside the body in cell-free systems. Sometimes we can show metabolic reactions outside the body. Okay, example, isolated metabolic reactions in vitro are not living things but are biological reactions. So IVF, in vitro fertilization. Some people, some couples, they do not produce children due to some problems. So here in vitro fertilization, what they will do, they collect egg from mother and sperm from father and they will unite these two in a test tube. So it is called in vitro fertilization. Here actually the reaction is taking place but is not taking place in living body. Okay, so these are called as biological reactions, not metabolic reactions. Okay, if reaction takes place in cell, called metabolic reactions. Okay, next feature is consciousness, ability to sense environment and respond to environment, called as consciousness. All organisms show response to stimulus. What is stimulus? Any change. Okay, any change in external, internal environment is called as stimulus. Okay, so if we feel hungry, that is internal stimulus. Because of that, we'll eat food. Okay, external stimulus. Suppose it is very cold, we wear sweaters. That is external stimulus. So all living organisms show response to these stimulus. Okay, various environmental factors to which plants respond are light and water. So plants also show response to stimulus. Okay, temperature, other organisms and pollutants. But here response to stimulus in plants is not quick as we show. Animals show quick response to stimulus. Okay, but non-living things do not respond to stimulus like physical, chemical or biological. Okay, so here also we can say response to stimulus or consciousness, a defining property of living organisms. Humans have additional factor, self-consciousness, awareness of self. It's not a characteristic feature of including humans. Example, the person who are in coma and brain dead, they don't show self-consciousness. Okay, they were not aware of their self. So these are the defining, non-defining properties of the living organisms. Thank you.